I've spent years in Logic Pro and wasted hours of time because I didn't know the right shortcuts to help me to produce fast, until I came across 5 different shortcuts that help me to produce faster in Logic Pro, and they'll help you to speed up your workflow too. But first I need to get the laptop and fire up Logic Pro. You'll find out exactly why these are a crucial part to speeding up your Logic workflow later on in the video. Alright, imagine this. One day you hear a melody that you think sounds amazing. It might be from one of your favourite songs or a song that you've recently heard, and maybe you want to go and figure out what those notes are that are being played in that melody. Did you know that there's a way to extract melodies from MIDI notes inside of audio files? There's a tool inside Logic Pro that allows you to do just that, so let me show you how to do it. Drop the loop into a track, turn on flex. From the drop down click flex pitch, then edit, then create track from flex pitch data. And there we go. That's just saved me hours of trying to work out what notes are within that melody. Now this obviously opens up endless possibilities if you combine this technique with AI tools that can help split up a track into different stems. Then use that on one of your favourite tracks that has a melody that you really like, then drag and drop that melody stem into your project and use this tool that I've just shown you to figure out what notes are within that melody. I wish I'd have known this tip before spending hours on recreating this synth from this hit. Now let me know in the comments if you know which track it is that I've tried to recreate this synth from. And if you guess it right, you might just become my new best friend. If you're like me, then to move regions in Logic Pro, you'll select those regions with your cursor and then drag them. But there's a tip in this book that's going to help us to do that quicker. The Shift F shortcut. So if I put my playhead marker before the regions I want to move, and then press Shift and F, then everything to the right of the marker will get highlighted. Then I can move those selected regions to wherever I want. Just use that Shift F shortcut to highlight everything after the marker and then move it. It's just a much quicker way of doing things. There's actually one tip that I'm going to show you in a little bit that allows you to move one section of your arrangement to another section of your arrangement very quickly. Hey, by the way, if there's anything that you're struggling with music production wise, then let me know in the comments. I know what it was like as a beginner producer to not know many things about music production. I used to get lost and sidetracked and not have a good focus whilst I was producing music. But if that's you and you're struggling with something music production wise, then let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you and help you out. Alright, let's head into the book and find out what this next tip is going to be. Shift R. I constantly find myself in situations where I'm jamming along with something in my project to come up with new ideas for a melody, beat or chord progression. I'll then play something that I really like and I can't play exactly what I'm playing and it's so annoying. But Shift R will stop me from doing this ever again. I didn't actually record what I just played and I really liked it. And I don't want to have to jump back into my project and try and replicate what I've just played because that's just going to take too much time. But what I can do is use this Shift R shortcut. Let me show you what it does. So using Shift R literally allows you to pull up that MIDI that you've just played, even if you didn't record it. Let's get into the next tip, which is the arrangement tool. Now markers are great for when it comes to labeling your project. So you can add in markers to help you identify where an intro is, a verse, chorus, a bridge, an instrumental, and so on. But did you know that there's a tool that will help you much better than markers do? The one issue with markers is when I make a selection and then move that selection to a different place in my project, the markers just stay where they are. Until now. All I need to do is add an arrangement into my project and add different sections in. So when I drag and drop that arrangement, it moves everything underneath the arrangement along with the arrangement marker too. Alright, let's head into the book and find out what the next tip is. Scissors. Oh yeah, remember these scissors? This is where they're going to come in handy, and it's going to save me tens, maybe even hundreds of hours when it comes to producing music. When I'm cutting up regions, more often than not to create custom beats, I always zoom into the region, find the transient that I need, and then cut it up. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to use this tip right here. So Logic gives me the option to make multiple cuts at once. So if I select the region that I want to cut up, which in this case is this loop region right here, and I hold Option with my scissors tool selected and click on the region will then be cut up evenly. I can even cut up the region into smaller parts if I want to, by making the distance smaller between the start of the region and where I put that cut. And just like that, cutting up my regions became so much faster.
Alright, I thought I'd share this bonus tip with you, because if there's one thing that I spend way too much time on in Logic Pro, it's going inside of the audio files and cutting out the silence bit by bit.
When there's multiple audio regions to do this for, it can take me hours. Well, just press Ctrl X and it removes the silence. As well as these 5 tips, there are things that you will discover the more that you produce in Logic Pro. But it could take you years to find those things. Fortunately, I've got the video just for you, and you can watch that video right here.